Well, g'day, and welcome back again to Zhaoqing. And today, we're actually just sat out in our school because the weather is pretty abysmal. It's cloudy, it's cold, it's been raining the last couple of days. I've been hoping to get out, get a chance to fly the new drone and have a bit of practice of flying that thing, but the weather's just not good for it. So today we're going to answer a viewer question. Somebody, and I apologise, I can't remember who asked this question. I've been through stacks of my videos, comments, trying to find the comment so that I can reread it and make sure I'm answering exactly what was asked. But I can't find the comment. There's been too many. But I do remember the general gist of the question was, if you're thinking of coming to live, retire, whatever, in Zhaoqing, what part of Zhaoqing should you live in? Where should you go? Because, Zhaoqing's a big area, has lots of individual sort of city areas and stuff. So we've done a search on DeepSeek and just asked that some information. So we're going to read out what that says, and then we're going to talk a little bit about my experience with different places in Zhaoqing. Okay, we'll start with this and then we'll go on to my thoughts. I hope this answers the question that you asked, which area of Zhaoqing should you be in? So I asked DeepSeek, for somebody planning on moving to Zhaoqing, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each district of Zhaoqing? The response we got was, Zhaoqing is a prefecture-level city in Guangdong province known for its beautiful natural scenery, historical sites and relatively low cost of living compared to nearby cities like Guangzhou and Foshan. The city is divided into 3 districts, Duanzhou, Dinghu, Gaoyao, and several counties. Below is an overview of the advantages and disadvantages of each district to help you decide where to settle. So first we have Duanzhou district. Advantages. City centre and most developed. Duanzhou is the political, economic and cultural heart of Zhaoqing with the best infrastructure, shopping malls, hospitals and schools. Good public transport. Well connected with buses and close to Zhaoqing East Railway Station for high-speed trains to Guangzhou, Shenzhen, etc. Cultural and historical sites, home to landmarks like Seven Star Crags and Zhaoqing Ancient City Wall. Convenient lifestyle, many restaurants, entertainment options and modern amenities. Disadvantages, higher cost of living, more expensive housing and daily expenses compared to other districts. Traffic congestion, busier roads, especially in peak hours. I would agree with that, definitely. Less natural space. Though it has parks, it's more urbanized than Dinghu or Gaoyao. And it is best for professionals, families with kids because of the good schools, and those who prefer urban convenience. So that's Duanzhou. Second, we have Dinghu district. Advantages, eco-friendly and scenic. Home to Dinghu Mountain, a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve with lush forests and clean air. Lower housing costs, cheaper than Duanzhou with newer residential developments. Good transport links, close to Zhaoqing East Railway Station and the Guangzhou-Foshan-Zhaoqing Expressway. Growing tourism, popular for weekend getaways with resorts and hot springs. Disadvantages, less urbanized, fewer shopping and entertainment options compared to Duanzhou. Limited job opportunities, mostly tourism related, may require commuting to Duanzhou or Guangzhou. Public services lag behind. Schools and hospitals are not as high quality as in Duanzhou. Best for nature lovers, retirees, remote workers and those seeking a quieter lifestyle. So that's Dinghu district. Next we have Gaoyao district. Advantages: affordable living, lowest cost of living. Affordable living, lowest cost of living among the three districts with cheap housing. Industrial and economic growth. Strong manufacturing sector, doing electronics and textiles, providing job opportunities. Riverside location, along the Zheoqing River, offering nice waterfront views. Future development potential, part of the Greater Bay Area integration plans. Disadvantages: less developed infrastructure, public transport is weaker and roads can be crowded. Pollution concerns: some industrial areas may have air, water quality areas. Fewer amenities, limited high-end shopping, dining or international schools. Best for factory workers, budget-conscious movers and those looking for investment opportunities. Other areas, so the counties, which we're going to have a look at more in depth. I did ask it to further quantify some of these areas. So we have Sihui, known for jade markets and manufacturing, affordable but less developed. Guangning, rural, famous for bamboo forests, very low cost but few jobs. And Zhaoqing, agricultural area with slow-paced living, far from urban centres. Final recommendations: for urban living, Duanzhou, best amenities but pricier. For nature and lower costs, Dinghu, balance of nature and accessibility. For industry and budget, Gaoyao, cheaper but less convenient. If you work remotely or prioritise nature, Dinghu is ideal. If you need city life, choose Duanzhou. For affordability and job opportunities in manufacturing, Gaoyao is a solid pick. Would you like recommendations on specific neighbourhoods or housing options? We didn't ask for that. We didn't go that specific. But I would like to talk about a few of the things they did say here. Public transport. So it said here for Duanzhou, close to Zhaoqing East Railway Station. Maybe if you've got your own car. If you're taking the bus out there, it's getting on towards an hour and a half from the western end of Duanzhou to get out there. It wouldn't be that long if you're in the eastern end of Duanzhou, maybe 45, 50 minutes, but still quite a ways on a bus. In a car, quite expensive to get there. But in talking with Dinghu district, they said, where was it? Dinghu, okay, close to Zhaoqing East Railway Station and Guangzhou Foshan Zhaoqing Expressway, which is the roads. There are access to the expressways up here in Duanzhou as well. We also have the new train line, the intercity train line, which is Guangdong based only. It's not the famous high-speed rail that goes all over China. The new service is Zhaoqing, Foshan, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Dongguan, I think. Although that is being extended, that is going to go out to Yunfu in the near future. With that new train service, that actually does operate directly out of Duanzhou, just up the road. So it is a much, much easier transport now than it used to be. And Gaoyao, they said one of the advantages there was the riverside location along the Zheoqing River. Well, Duanzhou and Dinghu are also alongside the Zheoqing River. So I don't know why it picked that. But anyway, we're going to keep going. So I then asked, can you give more information about Sihui, Guangning and Zhaoqing? Response was, certainly, while Sihui, Guangning and Zhaoqing are counties under Zhaoqing's administration rather than urban districts, they each offer unique advantages and disadvantages depending on your lifestyle and needs. Below is a detailed breakdown of each area. Sihui, Overview. Sihui is a county-level city within Zhaoqing, known for its jade industry, manufacturing and proximity to Guangzhou, Foshan. It's more developed than Guangning and Deqing, but lacks the urban polish of Guangzhou. Advantages: strong economy and job opportunities. Major industries: jade trading, it's the largest jade market in China. Electronics, aluminium products and ceramics. Many factories provide blue-collar jobs, making it a good option for industrial workers. Lower cost of living than urban districts. Housing is much cheaper than Guangzhou or Dinghu. Daily expenses, food and transport are very affordable. Good transport links. Guangzhou Zhaoqing Intercity Rail connects Sihui to Guangzhou and Foshan. Yeah, so that's the railway line I was talking about, the Intercity, which, the high-speed rail used to have to go out to Dinghu, Zhaoqing East Railway Station, out at Dinghu. With the new railway line, it actually stops just up the road here, stops again in Guangzhou, has 2 stops in Dinghu, then goes out to Sihui. I think there's 1 stop in Sihui, then through to Foshan. So it operates almost like the subway system does in your bigger cities, but going from city to city, which is really good. Also close to G80 expressway, making road travel convenient. In fairness, all of the areas we've mentioned, actually no, not Gaoyao. Gaoyao, you've got to come across the river to get onto the main highway. Although I'm sure there's another toll road over that side somewhere. Growing urbanisation, newer residential areas with improving infrastructure, some modern shopping malls, e.g. Wanda Plaza. Disadvantages: pollution and industrial environment. Air quality can be poor due to factories. Some areas feel gritty rather than scenic. Limited high-end amenities. Few international schools or high-quality hospitals. Less cultural life compared to Guangzhou. Traffic and congestion in city centre. Roads can be chaotic, especially near markets. Best for factory workers, jade traders, budget-conscious families. And commuters to Guangzhou, Foshan who want cheaper housing. So if you're working in Foshan or Guangzhou, but those places are too expensive for you to live, come live out here, catch a train over there. It's not long, it wouldn't be long from there to get the train into Foshan. It's maybe 25 minutes, if that long actually, with the new intercity train. Then we move on to Guangning. Overview: a rural mountainous county known for its bamboo forests, ecotourism and slow-paced lifestyle, much less developed than Sihui or the urban districts. Advantages: beautiful natural scenery. Famous for bamboo sea and ecotourism spots like Baijudong Forest Park. Clean air, good for retirees or nature lovers. Very low cost of living. Cheapest housing in Zhaoqing, both rentals and purchases. Local food and services are extremely affordable. Travel culture and slow life. Not travel culture, traditional culture and slow life. Strong Hakka cultural influence. Less stress, quieter environment. Disadvantages: poor infrastructure and transport. No high-speed rail, buses are the main transport. Roads are winding and slow in mountainous areas. Limited job opportunities. Economy relies on bamboo products, farming and small workshops. Most young people move to cities for work. Few modern amenities. No big shopping malls or high-quality hospitals. Internet and utilities may be less reliable in villages. Best for retirees, remote workers, ecotourists, and people seeking an ultra low cost rural lifestyle. So next we have Deqing. Overview: a small agricultural county along the Zhaoqing River, famous for lychees, longnans and traditional festivals, less industrialized than Sihui, but more developed than Zhaoqing. Advantages: agricultural and scenic, known for fruit farming and Zhaoqing's green lung. Attractions like Pangong Ancient Village and hot springs. Low living costs. Housing is very cheap, especially in villages. Fresh local produce is abundant and inexpensive. Traditional culture and festivals. Famous for Dragon Boat Festival and rural traditions. Disadvantages: limited economic opportunities, mostly farming and small-scale tourism. Fewer high-paying jobs, many young people leave. Poor transport links, no rail connections, reliant on buses and boats. Far from Guangzhou, 2.5 hours plus by road. Basic infrastructure, few modern hospitals or schools. Internet and services can be outdated. Best for farmers, retirees, those wanting a countryside life, people interested in agro-tourism or traditional culture. Then I remembered another place I have been to, Huaiji County, which I thought was part of Zhaoqing, but it wasn't mentioned in here, so I asked about that. And it said, yes, Huaiji County is indeed part of Zhaoqing, located in the northwestern part of the prefecture-level city. It is one of Zhaoqing's more remote and rural communities bordering Guangxi province. Below is a detailed overview. So, overview of Huaiji. Location: northwestern Zhaoqing, bordering Guangxi. Population: 1 million, mostly rural. Economy: agriculture, forestry, and some light industry. Key features: mountainous terrain. Ethnic minority are the Yao and, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, the Yao and Zhuang influences and natural scenery. So we're just going to skip through this fairly quickly. Very cheap for housing and very cheap daily expenses. Key scenic spots, so it's surrounded by forests, rivers and karst mountains. Key scenic spots: Da Qing Shan, so that'll be a mountain. The Shan at the end of that is mountain. Huaiji hot springs, so natural hot springs, apparently. I haven't been there. Minimal pollution, fresh air, all that sort of thing. Agricultural and organic food. Slow-paced traditional. Disadvantages: poor transportation and isolation. No high-speed rail. It's over 3 hours by bus or car to Guangzhou. Roads are winding and slow. Limited job opportunities. Basic infrastructure. Yeah, so much the same as the other sort of districts. So they're sort of the main areas of Zhaoqing. Yeah, like I said, I remembered Huaiji because I've been there a few times and it wasn't mentioned in here, and I thought it was part of Zhaoqing. So there may well be other county level areas that aren't included in this, but they're the main ones. So in terms of the county areas, I've been to Zhaoqing once, I've been to Sihui a couple of times, I've been to Huaiji a little bit, but haven't really traveled around Huaiji. I was going over there every couple of weeks to visit a kindergarten. They were asked me to go over and do some stuff with them, so I did. But it was sort of overnight stays. I didn't really travel around Huaiji. So the county areas I don't know much about. I do want to start trying to get out to some of these areas a bit more and having a bit more of a look around, but information for someone moving to Zhaoqing, I can't give you much. You would have to talk to other people or come and explore yourself. But Dinghu, Gaoyao and Duanzhou you know, I've been here 8 years and I have explored all of those 3 areas pretty extensively. Let's start over the river with Gaoyao. I like Gaoyao. I like, when I do go, I don't get over there as much as I would like, but I do like exploring it. It's a lot more low cost than Guangzhou. It's not as developed, but I like that sort of thing. And the people there, just more, it feels more like what I expected China to be before I came to China. It's sort of more that combination between being traditional and sort of the, I don't know, my stereotype of what I thought China would be when I came here. Whereas Guangzhou, maybe not this area, like the western end of Guangzhou is still much older, very similar to Gaoyao, but when you head out into the east of Guangzhou, it's a lot newer, a lot more developed. We got like the big shopping center where the DJI shop is, where I bought my drone. I mean, that's hugely modern, really modern area. But yes, more expensive. Maybe not so expensive out here in the western end of Guangzhou, but when you get out into the eastern end, yeah, housing and stuff will be more expensive. Really depends on your budget as to how much you want to spend on housing and stuff. Then we've got Dinghu. Dinghu, when I first arrived here, was undergoing massive changes. All the new roadways and stuff through Dinghu were still under construction when I arrived here. In the 8 years I've been here, Dinghu is almost unrecognizable compared to what it used to be. Yeah, it's just totally changed. I don't think it's quite ready to be somewhere I would want to live at the moment. It's sort of lacking the shopping, lacking the entertainment stuff. But if you were to come back in 10 years' time, with the rate that everything's changing out there, I think it may well overtake Guangzhou as a preferable place to be. It is developing so quickly. It does have some beautiful places to visit. You know, Dinghu Mountain, the lake out there is beautiful. The island out in the river is gorgeous. And with all the new development that's happening, it is going to take off, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, really, if you're coming to Zhaoqing to live, you know, are you coming as a retiree? So we met the people, when was that? A week ago. Friends, people who watch the channel, who got in contact with me. I went out and met them. They are from Hong Kong originally, lived in New Zealand for many, many years, and they've only been back in Zhaoqing for a couple of years. They came back to China. They're actually living out in Dinghu. From what I can ascertain from them, they seem very happy out at Dinghu. But they're an older couple, retirement sort of age. Little bit older than me, but probably similar to me. They don't need all that nightlife and stuff, all the bars and restaurants and things. I could probably live pretty happily out in Dinghu, because there are restaurants and stuff out there. I just haven't spent the time to find the places that I would go to. I haven't spent enough time out there. I'm sure they've got plenty of places that would suit me down to the ground. For my lifestyle. For younger people, probably maybe not quite ready yet. Maybe want another few years as all the development happens to actually get up to where you might want things as a younger person. Where would I recommend at the moment? Well, again, it depends on what you're looking for, but Zhuangzhou, I think, would still win. You know, cost of living, while it's the most expensive part of Zhaoqing, if you're coming from overseas, it's still an incredibly cheap place to live. So, but if you want cheaper, Gaoyao, Dinghu, again, like I said, if you're sort of planning on settling, it's probably not a bad place to settle because you're going to see all the growth happening around you. But Zhaoqing as a whole, I mean, really, it's a good place to be. Like I've said before, it's close enough to Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Macau, Foshan. You can get to those places easy, but they're not the type of places I'd want to live in. Just too big, too urban. I like, you know, even here they say this is the least amount of sort of natural stuff in Guangzhou. It's still not that far to get out and find some natural areas to go and hang out in. So it suits me down to the ground. I think I'd be happy in Gaoyao. I think I'd be happy in Dinghu. Going further than that into the smaller districts, I think into the sort of county areas, I think I'd be happy in them places, but I would want my own transport. While the electric bike's great, you would want a bike that can get further, or you would want a car. So you'd want to be looking at getting a license, one way or another. But, you know, if you're not worrying about work and stuff, if you're a retiree, those places, if you've got a car, if you've got access to transport, I think those places would be great. You know, come into Guangzhou or Dinghu or Gaoyao, go to one of the bigger shopping centres once a week, do your shopping, get most of your shopping done, and then your small stuff, you know, your meats and your vegetables, you'd be able to get in all the markets in those counties anyway. And with all the online shopping and stuff now, with JD.com and with I'm forgetting the name of the other app that we use, with Taobao. Yeah, you're not really missing much. You just have a quieter lifestyle. So I hope that's given you some idea. Whoever you were that commented, I'm sorry I can't remember who you were. I did search and search for your comment, but I couldn't find it anywhere. There have been so many comments lately, it's been hard to keep track. But I hope that's answered some of your questions, and for anybody else who might be interested, I hope that sort of opened your eyes a bit to what Zhaoqing's like. If ever you're coming to Zhaoqing, look us up, try and get in contact with me. Yeah, I'm happy to sort of, if I've got time between classes and stuff, if you're coming at the right time on the days when I'm not working, if you want to take a trip up to Dinghu Mountain, 7-Star Lake, or just have a look around the city, if you're in Zhaoqing, I'm happy to come and show people around and meet new people, you know. But yeah, I don't have much more to say. It's a great place to live. I've loved living here. Looking forward to many, many more years here. So we're going to call that quits there because I'm actually getting really cold sitting here. We had a few warm days, but the weather the last couple of days, it's turned cold, it's turned wet. Yeah, really unexpected. Hopefully the weather's going to turn back to the warm side of things again really soon because, yeah, sitting down, it's all right when you're walking around, it's not too bad, but when you're just sitting in one place, it's bloody freezing out here, I've just realised. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you have enjoyed this, hit that like button, share with friends, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. If you have questions or comments, hit us up down there in the comment section if you want to know more about Zhaoqing and maybe stuff that you can do here. We might looking at some of the leisure stuff that Zhaoqing has to offer in a future video sometime. When it gets a bit warmer, we'll go out and actually have a look around at some of the stuff you can do here. And And if you have anything, as with this video, if you have something you would like to know about life here in China, in Guangdong, in Zhaoqing in particular, again, down in the comments section, hit us up. If you ask a question, we'll go away, do some research, try and get some information for you and bring you a video and hopefully help you learn a little bit more about life here in China. But for now, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to go back inside and try and warm up. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we will see you all in the next one. Cheers.